Chat up
Boom.
here.
Now we are live.
Hey.
Alrighty. Here we go, people. So I'm here for a time. Oh, Dave Marcus is already here. welcome. Hello, Dave Marcus. All right. So, hello everybody. Welcome to another show of Talking Everything, featuring me and today's guest. Of course, we have, the first, the honorary Canadian, Crow Bro, as Crow likes to call him, Steve Delive.
Yeah. You're the first, one of the first people to get my name right. So it's good. I like that.
Are you serious?
Off to a good start. Yeah, only you and Repzilla, ironically.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, that's surprising. You know what the funny thing is? I always, for some reason, I always have a good pronunciation compared to other people usually. Because to me, it sounded like Delive. That's what it sounded like. Well, how
Yeah,
did people pronounce it?
well, they do like Steve Delive or Steve Delive. Ironically, Crow, who gets a lot of names wrong, I find, got it right too. So I should give him credit as well. But
Wow, that's surprising. I see it as Delive. I was like, well, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
honorary
it's like
Canadian Crow.
alive, Delive. I don't know.
Yeah. So, by the way, I gotta ask: are you excited since you're Canadian? Are you excited for Canada Day tomorrow?
Um, I guess like I watch the fireworks from my porch. I don't really go out or do
Wait, they
anything.
have fireworks for Canada Day?
Oh shit!
Wait, you don't know? Uh oh, Steve.
So, sorry, yeah, it lagged out for a second. Did you say
Yeah,
do we have fireworks?
yeah, just like on Canada Day, just like 4th of July.
Yeah, it's basically like the same as 4th of July. It's just like a lot of people get drunk and shoot fireworks off at each other.
Okay, so it's Canada's version of 4th of July. Got it.
Yeah.
Funny enough, the reason I ask, right? Because funny enough, since I'm Mormon, I talked to two Mormon sister missionaries a few days ago. But one of them actually dropped off this for me. These pair of Canadian glasses.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
those are dope.
because she's from Canada too. That's why. And that's why she was like, be sure to say something for Canada Day." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll see."
Represent. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Oh,
where I
that's
got these from. I was like, "Oh," but it's kind of a little hard to see in them though. So, but yeah, I just want to point that out. Yeah, I have a sister missionary in my church who's also Canadian. So
oh, that's nice.
yeah. So point that out. So to get on with introductions. So Steve, I always have a list of questions to go on, and by list of questions, I mean the questions I always ask at the top of my head. So,
Okay.
what got you? How long have you been on YouTube for?
Like 2 years about now, I'd
Two
say.
years? Really?
Yeah, yeah. I think like at the end of 2017, I started doing videos and they weren't good. They're just
Uh,
like a whole bunch of a mod podge of just crap, basically. And yeah, it hasn't been till like recently that the channel's actually been picking up steam on the Repsion crap. So
oh boy, hold up. Before we dive into that, let me highlight Dave Mark's comment. Question: I've always wanted to ask a Canadian. They're so exotic. Did you watch the TV show Due South about a Canadian Mountie in New Jersey as a liaison?
no, I've never heard of that show. I'm gonna write it down to check it out after because that sounds pretty funny. There's more. I like Trailer Park Boys, Letterkenny. Those are like the Canadian shows, but I've never heard of Due South. So I gotta save that for later there.
Okay. Oh yeah, is it true? I want to ask this stereotype too because I always like asking this stereotype. Do some Canadians actually say "a" at the end of some sentences?
A lot. I'll even do it. So
Wait, that's actually true?
yeah. So it'll be like I'm trying to think of a sentence that would working. So I could be like, well, that's pretty crazy, eh? When usually I guess Americans would say, huh? So it's basically like the equivalent of huh? Like, oh, that's crazy, huh? Like that's crazy, eh? It's not as overused, I guess, as the stereotype portrays, but it's still like I hear people say it every day.
Okay. Because I just wanted to ask because the stereotypes overused a lot on TV.
Yeah.
Okay. So, was that out of the question? Let's delve into the big stuff, all right?
Okay.
Let's delve. I mean, by that, the main reason why you start to grow a little bit more. Of course, that being the Repsion stuff. Oh boy.
Yeah.
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 So, okay. So, Were you the one who told Crow and Or about the Repsion stuff, and that's why they covered it?
Um,
I
did
don't
I tell
remember.
him
That's
about it?
why.
I'm trying to think. So I think we pretty much all found out together because it was around the same time like we found out who James Soroka was, and then Repsion was all like, "I'm gonna make a video on him," and we were like, "Okay, whatever." Like, yeah, we'll watch his video. But it took him a while to get the video out, like, because I seen the first people starting to tweet about it when it first started gaining traction. So I looked into it more, and then I found out all the people who were kind of like involved with the movement, and one of the I don't know if I should name him because like I don't want to cause any beef. Actually, I think he put out his other James Soroka video, right?
Mm.
Like the second one. I think I seen it up. So I don't. He better fucking credit him. But basically, he didn't credit someone. He should have credited. He was using his footage and everything, and he's been following this guy for years, James Soroka. And I don't know, Ripson thought it wasn't necessary. So then we were like, well, what the fuck? That's kind of messed up. I don't. Can I swear on the street?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine, man.
Okay. Okay.
I
So
don't really care. Yeah, I don't care about
yeah.
that kind of censorship.
So
Oh,
then
before
we
you
kind
go
of
on, oh,
yeah. Sorry.
continue.
I
Because
was
I was
just
going to highlight Dave Marks's comments asking, "Do you know French?"
I don't. So we had to take it in high school and
Oh boy,
well, and in elementary school. I took French since
elementary
like
school.
grade 1. Yeah, grade 1 to 9. And
Wow.
I don't know any like I guess I could do if you told me how much something cost, I could figure it out, but other than like le chien and garçon and I don't know, like very basic French words probably everyone knows, I don't really know French.
Yeah, of
But
course.
yeah, so we looked into it more because we are like, well, what the fuck? Has he like not credited other people? And it turns out, yeah, he's actually plagiarized some stuff. And then we looked even further, and then we found all this stuff about him and the minor that was going on with his girlfriend's CP. Like it
Oh,
just
you
kept
mean the
going.
whole
It's like,
Colton thing?
yeah. So it was
Yeah, I'm
like
not. It's
super.
okay to mention Colton or not because he said he probably will maybe tune in here, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if like because everyone
Yeah,
has like different
yeah,
rules on their stream. I don't know
yeah,
if they want to mention
yeah,
minors' names or not, but like,
yeah.
yeah, it's. I think that's also ironic too, because like the whole Augie thing. Like Augie's a young guy too, but they hang out with him what every day. They chill in servers with him and shit. But then like as soon as we talk to another young person that's accusing, well, not even accusing, he's trying to defend himself from being accused of something, then
Yeah,
that's like
which is
crossing the line.
yeah. I mean, like you have a right to defend yourself. I mean,
Yeah,
especially when you get accused of something that's like what the fuck? I never did any of this stuff, and then next thing you know, all this other shit happens to you, and now you just get a lot of shit.
yeah.
That's what it boils down to. And so what? I gotta ask. What? I mean, I already asked how you guys covered it. So you came across him from just trying to cover Jimmy James Soroka. So and then from there, how did you guys find out about the whole Colton thing? Because if I remember correctly, like they stated in the past, this is just my best from knowing my knowledge. You can feel free to correct me or not, or just go over it. But so from Colton, so we all know Colton was a fan of Reptile, right? And he's a
Yeah.
minor, so he'd hang out with Reptile in person. And then I don't know what caused all this stuff to happen, but eventually it led to other stuff. Then there was the CP, was him and Maya, and then it led to people calling his school, calling whatever else his parents, and then basically calling him it and everything, and just yeah, that's the best of my knowledge. If you want to, feel free to explain, correct me or anything.
Yeah, no, I can kind of get into like how it all started here. The way we found him was someone actually like streaming Colton's video like he made on Valentine's Day, just basically saying, "Please listen to my side of the story on this. Like Repsion isn't that good of a guy. He's doing all this
Hmm.
shit to me, and I have receipts for it." So like I took the time to listen to him, and I was like, "This is crazy. If it's true, this is crazy." So I looked into it more, and it seemed like all this stuff was legit. So, but yeah, the way that it all went down, Colton, yeah, he was a fan of Repsion's for a while, and I don't know if like saying that they hung out in real life a lot is like an accurate statement, but they did meet up a few times. Like they went to the movies together. Um, Not like I don't think the first outing to the movies was intentional. Like I think they just kind of ran into each other, but Repsion still like posed for like the video and picture with him, and he seemed cool in it. And it wasn't until after they went to then. Okay, this is the weird part that no one really talks about. Repsion doesn't touch on it, but Colton does, and he has like proof of them going to a second movie together. It was planned. They went. Everything was cool. And then it wasn't until like the third time that was planned that Repsion was like, "This is weird. This is creepy. I'm out. Basically, like, fuck off, kid." And it was weird because Colton was saying it's around the time of my birthday. Is it cool if I invite a couple of my friends that are around my age, and you can invite a couple of your friends that are around your age? So it was just like kind of like an outing. And then Repsion spun that into, oh, he was inviting me to his birthday party. When it's like, no, you already had plans to go to the movies with him. It wasn't until after he mentioned it was around his birthday and he was interested in bringing other people to the theater that he got squirrely about it. And then around the same time as well, he was just asking about Lauren and Phoenix, who Repsion likes to talk a whole bunch of crap about. Because, they had their own run-in. Lauren and Maya, they had their run-in, and I don't know if I can, like, how much I can really get into about that. But basically, like, that was the reason Lauren sent I don't even think it was a Google Drive, but just like some stuff on Maya to Onision. And
wait, Onision's related to this?
yeah. So if Lauren didn't send that email to Onision, and Onision didn't, instead of using the information in the email, send it to Repsion and be like, oh, look, this is kind of messed up, then none of this would really be happening right now. So basically the contents of the email, Repsion likes to spin it like, oh, it was just a picture of my dead grandpa and text messages between me and Phoenix saying that I wanted to check myself into rehab because of the dead grandpa stuff. But if you actually look into it, it was a lot of shit about Maya being anti-Semitic and racist, and what else was in there? The picture of the dead grandpa was only in there because it was showing that Maya had leaked it. So it was like, it was a really weird spin to do, and then blame everything on Lauren and Phoenix when it's his girlfriend at the time. Was fucking crazy. It was a right thing to do? No, probably not. Fucking probably shouldn't have done it. But if you know Maya's past at all, she's done worse than this to other people on multiple occasions. She likes to dox people. She likes to go to their place of work and try to get them fired. She likes to leak their nudes. She likes to, and like actual news, not like I was on a campsite and this is all public information. Like,
shit.
I got your nudes from your boyfriend because I fucked him or something, and now I'm gonna spread them to people. Like, she's a fucked up person. So
oh god,
she got a little bit of taste of her own medicine. She didn't like it, so Dan made those videos on Lauren and Phoenix, and Colton just asked him about it. He was just like, I heard that maybe this isn't the whole story, and then they started freaking the fuck out. He said he got bullied out of the Discord. If you're a Patreon member and you're paying to be in the Discord and like they're bullying you out, I don't know. They might as well have just kicked him, but if they kicked him, they wouldn't have been able to take his fucking money. So
yeah, that's stupid. At that point, I was like, no, stop taking my money from me. I'm outie.
Yeah, and then somebody sent Colton evidence basically showing that it wasn't really how Dan was presenting it. And then Colton, being the 16-year-old kid he was at the time, decided it'd be a good idea to post on fucking Twitter, which is the stupidest idea he could have done. But at the same time,
I mean,
it's not CP.
Yeah, it's not.
No, it's really
but then
not.
Again, I give the benefit of the doubt to him because he's still, 16 years old, and he still don't think that's straight. So I didn't back then either. So
well, and this is the thing too. Like, you have a situation where you have two adults and a kid, and the kid does something fucking stupid. Now, the adult thing to do, I would think, is just probably ignore it, or probably be like, this is probably isn't the best look on you. Like, I don't know, man. You don't call the cops on him and then accuse him of stuff he's not guilty of.
oh yeah, they called the cops on him too. I forgot.
Yeah, so the way that the case was handled, since Repsion's claiming that all this is CP, right? That Colton's spreading CP, we assumed that the case was being handled like a CP case. But the more we look into it, it seemed like they were handling it like an online harassment case. It wasn't done
That's
through
where I
any
would see it
emergency
as
numbers.
anyway.
Yeah, like they didn't take any of his hard drives or look through any of his stuff or anything that a normal CP investigation would have happen in it. So we were like, was there even a call placed? And then we got evidence showing that, yeah, there was a call placed, but we still don't know what the call was placed for. And unless these are the worst cops in the world who like would never like Colton is not a he's not a celebrity or whatever, right? Like Repsion's on the like white list for swatting. So if someone calls in an allegation like this against him, yeah, because like
What's
I
the
guess
whitelist?
like so if someone calls in a call to get him swatted, they're not going to take it seriously. They won't just like bust down his door with a SWAT team and get like, let's say someone said Repsion had CP. If a normal person who says that about another person, they get their fucking door busted down and all their shit looked like through. They get their stuff confiscated. But that wouldn't happen to Repsion because he's a public figure, so they don't want to do that to, because like the whole SWAT thing on YouTube,
Yeah,
swatting thing on YouTube.
yeah, so no, swatting sucks in general, period. If there's
Yeah,
one thing I can agree with Nick Ricated on, I think it should be heavily criminalized because it's stupid how people can get away with that shit.
yeah. But they see Colton isn't on that white list, so why wouldn't the SWAT team have busted his door down? The cop who took the case on is part of the fucking SWAT team. Like that's what his LinkedIn says.
I'm sorry. Say what?
Oh, no worries. Like the cop that took the case on, Officer McNabb, his LinkedIn says he's part of the SWAT team. Like, so it's just, it makes no sense because CP is CP. It doesn't matter if a minor is spreading it or not. You would still go through the hard drives and everything, make sure that it's not there, that he's not going to spread it again, that everything that the CP is on, like every server, every website, that it's taken down and it's still up. Like everything is still up. It's publicly available. And it's not like hosted by Colton. It's hosted on my free camps and all this other shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, and let me highlight Olive Warrior's comment here. I mean, Colton made dumb decisions on how to handle this, but it did bring a lot of awareness to this. I mean, would you agree to that?
Yeah. I mean, he probably could have. I'll say this. The person who gave Colton all this material probably should have just released it themselves. Like, I don't know why you're giving a fucking 16-year-old shit to use against people. And that's why, like, Edwin and people are like, you're using Colton as a shield. I did not give Colton shit, dude. I seen a situation and I thought no one else was really fucking touching on it, so I decided to make videos on it. But whoever decided it was a good idea to give Colton all that crap, no. Like, he should be as far removed from the situation as possible for his own safety. Like, the more he gets involved with it, the more he might actually do something illegal, which is what they were trying to get him to do. Like, why do you think Maya sent him that abortion document with all this doxable information that he wouldn't know is even doxing her? Like, the more he's involved, the more he's a risk to himself. So, yeah, whoever fucking gave him that wasn't a smart idea. Make your own YouTube channel. Show this shit to other people yourself. Don't get a 16-year-old involved in shit he shouldn't be involved in.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's man, this is. I don't even know what to think about this clearly. It's just.
And I'll say this: it wasn't Lauren or Phoenix, because like that's who people think gave Colton the shit. Like, nah, it wasn't. It's an anonymous source, but like the anonymous person should have thought twice about that shit, I think.
Because Lauren and Phoenix tried almost a year ago. Okay. And Hale Eric's. Yeah, oh man. You you got me thinking about after you tell me a little bit about Maya. I honestly think she should probably be put in a psychiatric facility.
Oh yeah. I don't know if that's doxable information. I think she's already been to one. I think. Like, this is a speculation here, so don't get shit. But
I mean, I don't think she has if she still continues to do this. I was in my viewpoint.
Well, this is as far as like Repsion has said. Like, she takes medication for something. I can't say what it is, but like when she's off the medication, that's when she does he says crazy things, and then that's why he needs to, regulate her shit. But uh, I don't know. You should still be held accountable for crazy shit. If you
Yeah.
do it, you can't use it as an excuse. That's like Repzilla being like, I can't do research because I got hit in the head with a car. That's really sad, and I get it. But maybe
Wait,
just
isn't
get
that
someone to fact check your stuff. You have a large audience, 100,000 people. You don't think there's a couple people who would voluntarily just look over your script for you to make sure that it's factually correct before you spew nonsense? Like, I
I don't
don't know.
know. Oh yeah, Aura's in the chat. What's up, Aura? What is your
You,
favorite milkshake?
um,
Yeah, didn't you
the
drink one on Sunday while we were in the middle of streaming?
oh, I've hit milkshakes all the time. My favorite one is probably blueberry though, or
That's
green crack, but that's hard to find.
green crack.
Yeah, it's a nice type of a milkshake. That nice strain of milkshake. It's very potent. It's extra veggie.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh, don't be like Crow. Don't
Dude,
be
yeah,
like Crow. I don't
no,
get how you drink those veggie milkshakes.
it's well, you know what they are, right? Not like they're not actually veggie milkshakes, because
Did the weed shakes?
yeah, the weed shakes. Crow doesn't like saying weed on his channel. Yeah, green crack is definitely the best.
I always find those stupid code terms for for weed. It's just I find those dumb. Oh, green
Weed,
crack is definitely the best. Huh. Oh, hello, Night. Oh, you check.
it's good. You don't partake in the milkshakes, Vic?
I mean, not like that. I'm always, the chocolate and cookies and cream guy. So
Is that like a metaphor for something I don't know, Vic?
I'm being dead serious. I'm talking about those kind of milkshakes.
Oh, okay.
I never usually talk about metaphors.
All right, all right. Do you
Yeah.
like drinking, or do you have a crutch, I guess?
Hmm?
Like, do you like drinking then, or are you just a kind of like straight edge guy?
Well, I was for a while. Then I did, but then I was like, nah. Let me stop for a while because I feel like because since I am still in university, like university back in the fall semester wasn't that great because I did have a flaw with a few friends that I eventually lost. A few of them turned out to be backstabbers though, so there
Oh
was
fuck.
that. It's unfortunate. It's one of the reasons I decided to transfer. So, but yeah, I haven't really done that all really that much since I hung out with one friend back in January. So, but we just hung out at this one AMC bar for a while and just were getting caught up on life. But man, AMC, I can't believe they're trying to reopen like in this in this upcoming July. But man, oh man, their drinks at the bar are expensive.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. There's if unless you're rich. Well, I guess you don't need to be rich, but like, man, you could buy so much more shit for like getting drunk at the
I
bar.
know, I know. Right? No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When me and my friend went to AMC bar, right, just to hang out because there was like too many other things going on. So because there was a Dave and Buster's right below it, but the thing is that was like occupied. You had to pay $5 to get in because there was a supposedly a pay-per-view fight going on that night. I think it was a McGregor fight. So,
Oh yeah,
anyways,
that shit would have been packed then.
it was actually so. So what happened was we decided to go down to the AMC bar. He got one Angry Orchard, and I got one. And then eventually decided to get a mixed drink based on a movie that was happening around then because they like to do themed mixed drink movies based on the movies that are out around that time. Man, I really hate it. $23 for both drinks. It cost me for both of them.
Damn.
$23.
Yeah, dude. I used to think like $6 for a beer was bad, which it still is. But like
I mean,
23
no,
for two
no, that's still
drinks.
expensive. But no, two
Yeah.
drinks though. For at AMC, and one of them was an Angry Orchard bottle. So
Well, and this is American money too, right?
yeah,
this would
American money.
this would be like $30 in fucking Canadian. Yeah, that's fucking expensive, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, our dollar has been slipping. I think. I don't know, man. I need to learn conversion properly. But
Uh,
that's why I think like the minimum wage here is $14, and people are like, "Whoa, $14 an hour." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, but rent is like 1,500. Like it's insane."
shit.
Yeah, so it doesn't really.
That's crazy. By the way, how is Canada doing, unlike America?
Well, we don't have any like protests and stuff going on, and I don't like honestly, I don't see anyone with face masks. Like I know that a lot of people are complaining in America about people not wearing face masks and stuff. I see like maybe one person a day wearing a face mask. I don't see anyone dying of COVID either. Like I live right by the hospital, and I don't think it's too packed anymore. I don't know what's going on. Like, did you
Hmm.
hear about South Dakota? Like,
Oh
nothing
no, I
really
haven't.
happened in South
Why?
Dakota, and they didn't lock down at all. Like, I don't know what's going on, man. Like, it
Well,
could just be
nothing
a
really goes
really,
on too much in the Midwest or the Middle States. So
but they must still have coronavirus cases, right?
yeah,
Like,
they still, but it's like the ones in like in the Midwest don't have that many compared like to the West to East Coast because because we're all full of idiots over here. So
no, I don't think that.
no. I'm not afraid of it. We are America is are a bunch of idiots. So
Well, I think you could say the same thing about Canada. Like, we got,
costs like Dubai. Shit, a drink is around $15 to $25. Well, damn.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, no, because I'm saying that because of how would I say? Well, yeah, and for you guys too. I mean, you have some stupid things going on too, especially with like your gun laws. Maybe because you
Oh,
all had that stormtrooper arrested for a fake blaster.
yeah, yeah. I couldn't even remember. That was in Canada, eh?
Yeah,
See,
that was
yeah,
in
okay,
Canada.
see, yeah. There's a Canadian A. Yeah, that's been going on forever though, to be honest. I'm just glad I don't live in like Toronto. I live, well, like Toronto, there's shootings every day. And there's
Ouch.
no like there's all gang members with illegal guns. So it's not like I think like I can get a gun if I wanted to, but I'd have to go and I'd have to pay for a license and I'd have to take a weekend course. And I know all the liberals are going to be like, "Well, that's how it should be. You shouldn't be like giving people guns. That's how like Columbine should happen." I get it. But at the
Oh
same
man.
time, like you should have a right to be able to defend yourself. Guns exist.
Yeah.
They're not going to go away. Like I don't know. I'm not the right person to be talking about
Yeah,
it though either.
I know. Well, the way you just said from that stormtrooper story, it sounds like the gun law sounds stricter, but from what you said, it makes it sound like it's actually a lot. It's still a lot easier to get one.
It all depends on like what neighborhood you're in as well, right? So I'm
Uh,
guessing like that stormtrooper incident happened in a well-known neighborhood where there's actually like law enforcement taking care of things. There's lots of places in like even in Barrie here where there's like a drive-by and they like killed old people on their porch and shit. Like just stupid, unnecessary gun violent shit. And areas where there's just not cops patrolling because they know it's a bad area. Which,
mm,
to me, well, why wouldn't you have more cops patrol? I don't know. I don't know. Like,
mm,
I'm probably the
yeah.
wrong person to be talking about it, but I think everyone deserves the right to defend themselves and the right to free speech, and that's why I like America so much. Because Canada, it's like you can get fined $50,000 for telling an offensive joke, or go to jail if like
Say what?
people don't like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a
That's
guy who gets
actually a
fined.
thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's I like America's freedom. I
Ouch.
appreciate Canada's overprotective nature, I guess, to some extent, because we have free
Most of
healthcare,
that
even
is
though the
just,
healthcare
but
is
most
kind
of it,
of cheap. But it's yeah,
but but most of
it's a
that other
double-edged
stuff,
sword.
yeah, it feels like I think the same thing could be said for some parts of the UK too. Honestly,
Oh
from
man,
what
I
I've
wouldn't
seen.
want to live in the UK. They were trying to ban knives. How do you ban knives? It doesn't even what? How are you supposed to cut things?
Hey, that's
It's
my
a
nation you're talking about.
what UK?
No, I don't know where Dave Marks is from, but I feel like he was talking about what we were talking about. We launched stuff into
Oh shoot.
space earlier today. Thank you very much.
Oh, I get yeah, America. No, dude, I love America.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
that's
but
what
I'm
I'm
not. Go-
saying.
I live in America too, but I ain't afraid to call out how shitty we are. Honestly,
I think Americans get a lot more shit than they deserve just because of like politics. So when
yeah,
George
no,
Bush,
our politics sucks. You know, just politics sucks in general, though, but especially sucks over here. Just people are kind of idiots over here, honestly. You got the protests for the coronavirus. I'm just like, oh god, I
Wait,
can't
wait,
stand
wait.
people's meant.
There's protests for the coronavirus?
Yeah, to reopen states, basically. That's what it was, to
Uh,
reopen stuff.
well, I don't know. I that like again, that's another double-edged. I get people wanting to go back to work, especially because like the stimulus, there was only one stimulus check, right? As far as
Yeah.
I'm aware of. Like they're
What's up, Joey?
so
Yeah.
Canada right now,
Continue.
it's like Canada, if you're single and you have like expenses you need to pay for and you lost your job due to the coronavirus, they'll give you $2,000 a month. I don't know what that is converted to American. It could be like 1,200, but it's still like it's been a consistent thing until we have like the country reopen. I don't see how the fuck Americans can survive off of like a one $1,200 stimulus check that was months ago, and they're still not reopening places of work. Like I'd be probably protesting to get shit reopened too if I was them and I had no way to support myself. At the same time, why isn't the government stepping up and doing shit for him?
Oh yeah. Oh, let me highlight. It's just Kenny's comment real quick. When my brother moved here from London, he asked if he could call the police on someone that called him the N word. I had to break it down to that he couldn't do that. Oh god. I got a lot of things to say about that, but I really hate the double standards. Was that thing? I really hate them. I
This
really
is
hate them.
so. This is the thing. Like, yeah, I don't think you should waste police's time policing speech
Yeah.
because
Oh, you know
that's
what the funny
my
thing is?
taxpayers' money. Taxpayers' money is going
Yeah.
towards telling people to shut up.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not
You know
for
what?
that.
Oh, you know the funny thing is actually, supposedly like a few months ago, right? Back in like the fall, I watched a Nick stream that apparently, like two guys in some college campus got arrested for just saying the N word. Just saying the N word.
This is
I was
America.
yeah, in America. Yeah, I know it sounds stupid.
That's the other thing too. Okay, so if let's say you're for arresting people saying slurs, or okay, if you I want to know who the racists are. I don't want them to be closeted racists and then like
Yeah.
me be friends with a guy for 5 years and then find out like, oh yeah, if it wasn't for the speech laws, I would have told you I was racist a
Okay.
1,000 years. Like, no, man. Like, let the fucking racists say racist shit so I can know not to associate with them. But don't put them in jail for it. Like, I don't know. Call them
They've
out
amped.
on their shit. Like,
Yeah. They amped up unemployment a bit, but yeah, not much else. Okay, and then it says they approved another check, I believe. So yeah, they technically, yeah, the House approved it, but then that shit's got to go through the Senate. And from what I know about the Senate right now, and just know how the Senate is, I don't think they'll probably approve it. Especially with people like fucking Mitch McConnell on there. It's just I can't stand him, honestly. I can't
I
stand the
don't know
guy.
who Mitchell McConnell is. I just
Okay,
like I hear people talk about him a lot.
he's a congressman in the
Okay.
Senate. He's a senator of Kentucky, I believe. But
Oh,
he's
okay.
like, yeah, but he gets a lot of flack. One of his nicknames is Moscow Mitch. So
Ooh.
yeah,
Oh
maybe
wait,
it's
because
fine.
he's like a Russian spy or something.
No, the whole Trump and Russia stuff. That's that whole conspiracy, and
Oh, okay.
I don't know the whole details, but I just think he's a scumbag. I just don't know why he's still in Congress. But anyways, yeah, maybe it sounds better than being arrested.
A
Honestly, I'm not sure.
fine. So like, but even a fine, right, is gonna make people. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say,
Yeah.
right? Because yeah, I don't want people being racist, obviously, but I think like people still are, and just having them do it behind closed doors. I don't know. I
Yeah,
I'm really not. I shouldn't be throwing my hat in this ring here, and I'm
I
not
know.
trying to. I'm just like giving
Oh yeah,
opinions and
you
stuff.
know. Oh yeah, you know who had it the worst though when it came to that? Count
Who?
Dankula.
Yeah. Okay. So he wasn't even doing any racial slurs. He was, I guess you could say, he was kind of being anti-Semitic, but it was just teaching his dog how to do something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's
He shouldn't
stupid,
have went
honestly.
to jail. He went to jail, literal jail for that.
Yeah,
That's insane.
it's crazy. This makes me one of the things I worry about going to the UK. I feel like every like some countries have a mixed bag. Like yeah, well, the more I hear about stuff like here, like in Canada and the UK, it makes me glad we kind of have the freedom we have here in the US. But at the same time, it's just like, yeah, we use some. I don't know if we admit some of us probably use that freedom abusively, and we're kind of destroying ourselves with it. I'm not the best person to explain that, but if you want to hear someone give a better explanation, I'd say listen to someone like Comics Explained, where he goes over talking about Civil War, where he's like, "Yeah, freedom versus security. I prefer security over that because society would you have that freedom, but use that freedom to destroy themselves?" From what I remember correctly. But anyways,
Yeah,
oh
and
yeah,
I think Olive kind of has a point. Like, put money in a swear jar if you do an oopsie doopsie. Like, yeah, I
yeah,
guess. It's just like the only thing is, since it's like the taxpayers' money going towards it, you have to kind of have everyone on board for it, right?
yeah.
Because
I know.
to me, I would, if like let's say there was four people doing oopsie doopsies saying racial shit and there was one guy getting murdered and you spent the time writing fines for these four people doing oopsie doopsies and the guy gets away with murder, I think like one is more important than the other. Not that the other one shouldn't be, some kind of accountability should be there. Okay, so for the Count Dracula thing, why didn't they just take down the video? Why did they have to send him to jail? Why can't YouTube just be like, this goes against their terms of service and we don't want this shit on our platform? And that could have been the end of
Yeah,
it. Even delete his
yeah,
channel if
because
you really don't like him, but don't send him to jail.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's yeah. YouTube should know out of all people, they have censorship at their finest.
Yeah, they're already censoring stuff. Why did they have to
Oh god, yeah.
take it a
I
step
hate,
further?
I hate to. YouTube just keeps going down the drain and drain. Oh, Kenny has more stories to share. All right, my brother moved from London to Texas, and it was a culture shock to him because he saw something like that as a hate crime. Huh. Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like the one thing I don't like how culture's changed, not for the better, but for the worse, in my opinion, especially because of
But
cancel culture.
yes and no, right? Because like I don't know how far back we want to look in history,
Oh
but
yeah, I say it's 50-50 though.
yeah, like we're going in the right direction, but we're a little overkill, I think. Like I don't, that Flash dude or whatever who got fired, and
Oh, the
like
guy who played Plastic Man, just for saying those messed up racial things. Well, racist things on Twitter like 7 years ago. 7 years ago.
yeah, okay, so I think yeah, we're thinking of the same person, but it was more like he was pointing out the like prison segregation or something like the
Yeah,
tweets weren't really offensive that I can remember. I could be remembering wrong because I only like did the stream with Crow on it, and I was like, that seems like a little bit of overkill to get the kid fired for. But this is why,
yeah.
like I told
That
Colton,
was
we told
7 years
Colton,
ago.
like, don't use the N word because it's not gonna, nothing good is gonna come from it.
Yeah,
Saying racial slurs, nothing's gonna good come from it. So
it's the whole thing. I put it in the chat. Say no. Hashtag say no to racism. Simple as that. But at the same time, I don't like if you don't want people using racial slurs, even if you are that race. Don't use them at all. Period. That's the thing I don't like about artists around here these days. They they still say the N word in their songs, but they get mad when someone non-black sings it when it's part of the lyrics in your song. I fucking hate it, and I think that's fucking double standard. It
it,
just pisses me off.
I get where they're coming from. Like it's like their word now or whatever. But at the same time, every time they use it, you're opening up a dialogue into something that we probably should have moved on from years ago, in
Yeah,
my opinion, anyways. But I can't, like I said, like if they want to do that, who am I to say don't say that shit? If we were started civilization off again tomorrow and we're just like cave people in the woods making noises, it's like because it's at the end of the day it's just noise coming out of people's mouth. If you can't ignore that shit, I don't know. It's yeah, when the first punch gets thrown, that's when like yeah, defend yourself. That's why I like the right to bear arms. Because if someone's gonna come at me with a gun, I best have a fucking gun to defend myself with. But
yeah,
I can ignore words. I don't know, but that's just me. Like
yeah.
I don't. I feel like I'm just digging myself into a hole here. It's all gonna get
Nah,
clipped or some shit.
yeah, yeah. Imagine. No, I always joke about that with Aura and Crow. Just watch something like this get clipped. Anyways, it brings me on to another thing, like this whole racial stuff. I was even talking about it was like, or like back like a few weeks ago. I was like saying, hey, imagine like say someone like you, Steve. I mean, going out, me and Aura say the S word, which is the N word for Hispanic people, a lot to each other. We don't get mad at it at all for saying it to each other. But when someone like you, Steve, says it, and then we get pissed at you for saying it just because you're not Hispanic, it'd be stupid and hypocritical. That's why I'm going the whole notion about it. So
It also depends
that
on context too, right?
yeah,
But like
that's what I'm
I can
saying.
see if someone, this is the other thing too, someone who just like, let's say someone just clicks on this video now, doesn't know either about either thing of any of like the two of us here. They don't know that we're friends or whatever, and they hear me say that. All they're gonna see in context wise is a white person calling an Hispanic person that slur, and then they'll get offended if they are that. And I get where that's coming from because there's no context, and the only context they're given is that. It's just, I don't know, it's weird to me. It all seems very weird. It seems like we've kind of evolved to the point where it's we get so offended by everything. It's like I don't know, but
Yeah,
like at the same
no,
time I'm
it's so
making
true
videos
though.
of people getting offended, so
It's so stupid how many people, how sensitive, very very sensitive people have gotten. I mean, it's just very stupid. I mean, how many people, I'm back in my old university actually. There was actually one person who came up to me and had a campaign started about trying to end people to stop saying the word retarded because people can get offended by it. Like, that's how bad it's
that's
gotten.
see that's a word I will say, but just because like it's kind of that's how I grew up. That's how what everyone said. And is
Yeah.
that an excuse? No, but it's hard to break habits, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to break
So
habits, but at the same time, I just don't think, hmm, it shouldn't. I don't know. It's hard to say because some words can be hurtful, some can't, unless going by some things. Like, I think people should stop just using, like for me, just stop using racial slurs in general. Period, regardless if you're the same race or not. Just that's one way to get rid of racism. And I don't like racial double standards either. That's the one thing I don't like either. I've talked about that with Corona Aura like the past few times, but it's just like, yeah, it's stupid. And that's why it's. I think that's whole. That's why I think that's whole part of the whole woke narrative, in my opinion.
oh, being
Because
woke.
yeah, and no, that's what it revolves around too. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's one of the things I don't like. What LeBron James likes to say. Like, no, it's like, yes, hashtag stay woke. I was just like, I don't like that, LeBron. I like you for some things you do, but I don't like it when you do that shit. So just,
I like your basketball, but
yeah.
stop pretending to be woke.
No, because I genuinely think some was his platform. He tries to genuinely do some good for his for the better for some people, but there are some things I just don't agree with him on. Like the whole stay woke thing. But anyways, let me read some comments real quick that I'd like to highlight. So, whoa, caveman slurs. Yeah. Cause every time I say shit around my little daughter, she started saying it too. I can't blame her, of course. Yeah, just like you said, Steve. Hits on that point where you were talking about just a little bit ago. Yeah. Oh, and it says, I don't say it, nor do I listen to music with it. Okay. Just saying that.
Gnarly
Oh,
or
yeah.
Narchick Gnarly is saying like nowadays words seem to mean more than actions, which is yeah, like and
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that's what people were so squirrely about Trump with. They're like, oh, his words are crazy. He's gonna lead us into a like he was basically like comparing him to Hitler, right?
Yeah.
The way Hitler
Oh,
used his
okay.
words
Yeah,
to
here's the thing. I think that's stretching it. I
it
think
is.
comparing
It
to Hitler
is.
is kind of a bit stupid, in my opinion. Did you see the photo comparison was him holding a book in front of the church compared to Hitler holding a book?
I didn't, but I've seen like other photo comparisons
Yeah,
between
no,
the
that
two
was the
where
most
he's
recent
just
one
kind
to
of like
pop in
where
my
he's
head.
waving, and then like they'll be like, "Oh, look, he's doing like
Yeah,
look how similar this is." I'm like,
yeah,
dude, yeah, it's
yeah,
grasping.
yeah.
Trump, the guy who is like, I swear he's addicted to Adderall or something. Like he's just a TV personality. He's not smart enough, dude. He's just a
Yeah,
guy. People give him way too much credit, I think.
yeah. Oh yeah, retardation is a medical condition. Oh yeah. I kind of forgot about that. So thanks for reminding me about that, Kenny. Sometimes I do forget, because retard is more of a term. That's what people want to think about. But it's also technically a medical condition too. It's just not really brought up too much anymore. To people don't know that. Like remember, for example, I heard like back in fourth grade. I don't know why I just remember this so well. But I remember my fourth grade teacher told me it's like how people would think Albert Einstein was retarded back like when he was younger. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know how old you are, but I'm like 30. When I grew up, like
Yeah,
yeah, it
I'm
was like
I'm still in my
teachers
20s,
using
so
this word. It was like it was just a word, and
yeah, but
then
they were
over
using it for an
time,
explanation, though. That's the whole thing. They weren't using like how we'd use it in other terms. They were just giving it as some
but
sort of explanation without trying to offend anybody.
but it would still be like if someone did something dumb, it'd be like, "What are you retarded?"
Yeah.
And then like, but it wasn't like we were like it wasn't how much like we weren't thinking of actually mentally disabled people and like jigging at them when we were saying that stuff. We were just kind of poking fun at each other for kind of
Thanks
gapping
for
out on
agreeing,
something or
Olive.
something.
Hmm. Hashtag okay. It won't equals I read a book slash a blog and I know everything now. Basically,
Pretty much that's like BuzzFeed, right?
yeah,
Like I read a BuzzFeed article and now I know all about cancel culture and why it's necessary, like
yeah.
shit like that.
But that Hitler photo was fake, though. Well, it was. I mean, that's what I just think, honestly. But still, yeah, things are easy to Photoshop, though. So. Yeah, sometimes some situations are really retarded though. They cause backwards movement or otherwise stalled or stunted. That I do agree with too. I mean, Trump literally called people against fascism terrorists. So here's that.
But are they talking about Antifa? Because like I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
pretty.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure that's
know some
Antifa. When
Antifa
you
people and they're
yeah, when you
cool
talk about
guys,
fascism, I know you're talking about Antifa. So
but I don't agree with Antifa.
no,
I don't
I
agree with
don't
their
either.
methods.
Yeah, their methods are awful, and I think that's why they're justified in being called a terrorist organization.
Uh, are they now? They got listed as one.
Oh no, and they're officially declared a domestic terrorist organization here in the U.S.
Uh, Not that I disagree with it, but shouldn't there be some other fucking groups put in there
Oh
as
yeah,
well
yeah,
if they
I
are?
know, yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, we have them declared terrorist organization, but not the KKK yet. Stupid. I know.
Yeah. What about? Oh, maybe MAPS isn't a terrorist organization, but I'm just like,
Maps. What?
yeah,
Care to explain maps to me? Actually, I'm not aware.
it's like the people for pedophiles movement. They're like, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. They're
okay.
like
Now that got me
pedo
kind of thinking of Nambla for a second because of South Park, but
It's
I get.
basically New Age NAMBLA.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I would consider them that too, honestly. But,
Well,
anyways,
terrorism against children. Yeah, fuck that.
yeah, that's never good. Even yeah, highlight. Let me highlight Olive's comment real quick. Honestly, I wouldn't even use the word retarded on people as a mental condition, although I use it on dumb people, and I need to stop. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, exactly. Like someone who is actually like has a learning disability or something, I would never say that to them. But like someone who is actually smart, who I think is doing something really dumb, and maybe for reasons that like they're like they should be thinking about better, I'd be like, yeah, no, you're that word. Yeah, I should try to. I shouldn't get so comfortable saying it.
Yeah,
Um,
I know what you mean. We gotta be careful what we say nowadays because people are more sensitive than ever.
it's, sub counts are going up. More people are watching. Gotta be a
Yeah,
good influence now. Can't be fucking
yeah,
around.
yeah. We can't. That's gonna be the sad part of it how about when we try to increase in our subs, Steve? Yeah. Huh. Let me highlight Gnarly's comment. As a teenager in the early 2000s, the word retarded and gay were known out and left and right basic combos. Yeah, that was true. It was like that for me back when I was in middle school too, and high school. But just like my God, just got that's the thing I don't like. That's why I think people have grown too sensitive now for this kind of stuff. And they're just like, I don't like it. I can understand it, but geez, do you really have to be super defended every time when someone uses it in the most unintentional way like that? That's the thing I don't like. And that's when I think, oh, maps equals minor attractive persons. Okay.
Yeah.
Funny.
It, I don't know. I don't know how that can get such a movement behind it.
Yeah.
I guess I guess the KKK exists. See that just like people with weird outlooks on life, I guess form mobs, and it's a mob, right word, organized group. Yeah, that's what I mean. If it's an organized group, it should be a fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is why I'm not a lawmaker.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Cat says I have started censoring myself. I don't like offending people. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I don't like offending people either. But then there are some people who get offended by literally the most littlest of things nowadays. It's crazy.
It is.
Especially in the cancel culture here in the West. Ouch.
Well, oh yeah, I guess I'm part of the West too. If we're looking at the world.
Yeah, I mean we're both in the West actually, so.
See fireworks. I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't hear. I don't care to offend people either, but everything is offensive now. That is true though. Anything can literally be considered fucking offensive now. It's so true.
The only people I like offending now is Rip and Matt. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Yeah.
Rip and Maya. Oh boy. You know, that leads me to the notion of speaking of cancel culture. It's like this whole stuff that's happened. It brings me back to, because I feel like talking about this because I just hate it. Being like trying to hold people accountable for what they did like a long time ago. Like what's recently been happening with Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, and Jenna Marbles. Oh my god. And then there's more stuff happening with them. Did you know about that?
I didn't, but I know that so they're basically did Shane delete those videos?
I'm not sure, but no, there's more stuff to it too. So
Okay.
apparently Tati Westbrook has come out again and has made allegations against Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson.
What were those allegations? I literally just woke up an hour ago, so
I don't know.
I don't know what's been going on.
I didn't go into the full story yet, but apparently she asked for a legal team for advice to what she can speak on and everything on stuff. But I'm just like, okay. I didn't see the whole thing yet, and I've been watching it, so. Yeah.
So what other accusations come forward?
The Shane thing was crazy. Yeah, it was. So the thing I don't like.
Maybe you can give me a rundown for someone who hasn't because I've just been kind of looking at it from afar. I haven't really, as far as I can tell, all these accusations came out 2 years ago, and nothing got done with them unless there's more.
I'm talking about the Tati Westbrook stuff. The Jaden's the whole thing was him doing those edgy jokes and masturbating to I forgot her name.
Like a kid.
Jaden Smith's sister. Oof. Yeah,
he did that.
Yeah, he did that to a poster of her. I was like, oof. I mean, this is me knowing YouTube back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shane was the most edgiest and gave zero fucks YouTuber back then.
He's like an Asian.
Yeah. But now, yeah, he's changed a lot since then, I know. But now, we need to hold him accountable now for all that shit he's did. And that's the thing I don't like. It's like all the stuff that's been going on with cancel culture and outrage culture because of, people done a long time ago. It's like, no, let's punish them now. They deserve to be held accountable for this stuff, even though they can fail to realize, yeah, that was a long time ago. But can you fail to realize people can change too? Like what happened with James Gunn, like what happened with Kevin Hart.
Ooh, James Gunn. I see that's someone I don't know too much about either. Yeah. But did he not apologize for all of this 2 years ago, and did he not get the pass then?
Oh yeah, he did. But even then it said, yeah, those apologies weren't enough. They were kind of shit.
But okay, so this is what I want to know. So did he delete the videos on his channel? Because if he did delete the videos and he's not reflecting this is who he is anymore, why are people bringing up the videos from the past? Why are they digging into them, being like, oh, and I get it's you can't really win there. If you delete the videos, I'd be like, why'd you delete the videos? And it's like, well, because that doesn't reflect who I am anymore. And if he doesn't delete the videos, it's like, why do you still have them up, right?
Yeah. Oh, so apparently he's deleted over 1 billion views. Damn.
Okay,
and
but was this
She said that they manipulated her into making a That Bi Sister video. Oh, was that? Okay. That's what that was. And then and this in which she accused James of being a predator. Okay, so basically that's now I remember. I watched a little bit of that clip in the Philip DeFranco show, but I didn't watch the whole thing. But
Okay, so he deleted
that's
over 1 billion views recently. So yeah, I get why he may not have wanted to delete them before because, like you said, you can't really win there. But at the same time, he should have had these all deleted a long time ago, 2 years ago, when all this shit had already come up. And like this is what I mean. Like, why did everyone just drop it then? Was it because he was doing those conspiracy videos and he got
uh,
like an award from the Streamies or whatever the hell that
I
shit
don't
was
know.
and everything? Like, it seemed like he was on an upswing. People were like, yeah, this is some fucked up shit, but we kind of like him, so let's not bother him right now. Like, I don't know what he's doing now, but why are they like bringing it all
Hmm,
back up again?
yeah. Let me read Gnarly's comment and read a few more. I don't buy it at all. If he meant that much to her, I don't see how she could be manipulated that easily. I mean, basically, she stated that she was manipulated into making the video that almost brought James Charles by Shane and Jeffrey. Yeah, and here's the other one. She said that she thinks it's connected with Jay being part owner of Morphs, who are now selling vitamins similar to her. Okay, I'm just like, yeah, yeah, he did. He deleted a lot. Yeah, I'm surprised how much he deleted. Did he delete them back to the ones or just the ones he just deleted? Yeah, they just said that. So he also
Okay.
went on IG screaming today about what a liar Tati is, rolling her eyes at her, saying that she is an SA victim. And Joey's comment: I think the video was an old YT channel he stopped using 3 years ago. Probably. I don't know that. Morph. Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't really. I can't really. I don't really. I take what Tati's saying was a grain of salt, because how could you go that far into doing this kind of stuff? I mean, that's just my point of view. I don't think Tati's really. I'm not. I don't know if she's telling the truth or not. But from what happened last year, I want to take her word on it 100%. If you can
I
get what I'm trying to say.
I don't even know who Teddy is. One thing I will say though is like the fact that Primink is on this shit concerns me for Shane because like
Yeah.
he's like based on Primink's track record, he usually only goes after people who deserve it. So I
Yeah.
don't know if he knows something that we don't know. I don't know if maybe he was like doing some sus shit in the past and he's tried to cover it up and now like I have no idea. I really don't know Shane that well. I just know that like I said before, it seemed like all this was being brought up a couple of years ago and people let it slide. So it's just weird that it's coming back up again.
Yeah. It's like that's how cancel culture is nowadays. Oh, wait, let me read Frankie G's comment real quick. Also, remember that Jeffrey has dirt on everyone, so everyone is trying to save themselves. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him. But it brings me up. You know who's another person that I think was another stupid person they tried to cancel for over something? Did you hear how they tried to cancel Jimmy Fallon?
What did they try to cancel him for?
Okay, so 20 years ago, on one sketch on Saturday Night Live, he did an impression of. I think he was trying to do an impression of Chris Rock while trying to look like him. So he basically did blackface, which was 20 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Sarah Silverman did something like that too. Oh, I'm saying Jimmy Kimmel.
No, it was Jimmy Fallon. It
It was
was
Jimmy
Jimmy Fallon.
Fallon?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
Jimmy Fallon. Frankie G. J. I remember it was him. That's because I remember seeing the Jimmy Fallon's old party training on Twitter, and then I saw this. I was like, oh my god. I was like, this was fucking 20 years ago. 20 years ago. And y'all want to give him shit for it now.
Well, it
It's
was a
just,
different time back then.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. I find it stupid. That's the thing I don't like about it. Outrage culture and cancel culture. That's what they're doing. It's like, yeah, let's give them shit for what they did a long time ago, even though they probably change and time periods change. It's like, it's stupid, honestly. I remember even Jamie Foxx came out to try to defend Jimmy Fallon too for it. It's like, yeah, he's not. It's more of an oppression than him trying to do blackface of a celebrity. That's pretty much it. It's
well,
like,
here's the other thing too. I don't know if like many people know how late night shows are run, but
yeah,
it's very it's probably a very slim chance that that was his idea. It was
yeah,
probably a
yeah. It probably
writer's
wasn't
idea.
his idea,
Yeah, like
or I don't remember if he did that or anything.
and these ideas need to get greenlit. So that means like the whole studio was behind it. They were like, "Yep, this is fine. This is good." Jimmy probably went in like, I don't know, 4 hours beforehand, read over the shit, was like, do you think that this is okay? And they were like, yeah, no, we got the green light from this, everything's fine, go for it. Like, it's a lot different than if Shane Dawson did it. Shane Dawson doesn't have a whole production team behind him. Shane Dawson, it would have been his original idea, and he would have had to, do it himself. So I don't know if like comparing those two together is like, I don't know. I just know if I was one of the Jimmys, Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, and I had my nice cushy job at a network, and if I spoke up about something and it would, even though the whole network is behind it, and possibly lose my job over it, like I don't want to give him an outing or anything, but like, yeah, I don't know. This is just how I see it.
Here's another one. Oh, and she confirmed that Jeffrey's an extortionist. Yeah, I can believe that. Wait, let me check what Frankie's saying real quick. Jimmy. Black skin. I'm pretty sure just.
All right, no, Frankie J's is definitely Kimmel. So
no,
it was a Jimmy.
Let me share my screen real quick then to show you what I'm talking about. Because this is why I Google them up when this happens. All right, share screen. Firefox share. No, that's not what I want to share. I guess.
What? Everyone laughed off Megan Fox being sexualized at 15 on like Kimmel show.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about right here. Jimmy Fallon Black Skin. This is here it is. Can you see my screen?
I'm on my phone.
Oh, right. Suppose everyone else ain't on. This is what it was. Yeah, this is him doing the Chris Rock.
Robert Downey Jr. did that in like Tropic Thunder too, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jimmy Kimmel did do blackface too. He did that too.
Okay, so they both did it.
Yeah, they both.
And Robert Downey Jr. did it, and Sarah Silverman did it. Yeah. Can we could probably, like, now that it's all coming back to me, I could probably think of a bunch of people who've done it, because that's how Hollywood was. They're not actors don't write scripts. Actors just do what they're told. And like I said, I'm not trying to give them an out, but if the rest of the fucking film industry is like, we got the green light, then they're gonna do whatever. It's their job, you know.
Oh yeah, but yes. So yeah, you were right, Frankie J. But yeah,
both Jimmys. Yikes.
Both Jimmys. Yeah. So you were right. I was thinking Jimmy Fallon because that got more attention. Kimmel did, but hey.
Anyone's name who's Jimmy is kind of sus. I like Jimmy Dore. I hope he doesn't fucking do anything sketchy anytime soon. Who the heck constructed them?
Did you hear Cleveland's voice actor is not doing the voice anymore because more people are made now that he's not black? Yeah, I find that to be very stupid, honestly. I hate that notion. It's very stupid. Why should that matter in the first place? It's like, I hate how that has become a thing now. Like, no, if a current character is going to be a certain race, it should be a voice of the character of that person should voice of that same race. It's fucking stupid. That's like saying, for example, Phil Lamar, a voice of Samurai Jack, if you ever watched Samurai Jack. You shouldn't.
I haven't, but I know it.
But yeah, Samurai Jack, Japanese Asian character, right? Man, so you're saying that'd be like saying Phil Lamar shouldn't be allowed to voice any more non-black characters anymore. That's stupid.
Isn't Mario voiced by a white guy too?
Yeah, but it's like Italians can get a pass because that's Caucasian apparently. By give me a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey, sisters, can I call you back? I'm talking to a guy from Canada right now. Okay, hold up. Let me put you on speaker real quick. All right, say it, and ouch, never mind.
Oh, she hung up on you?
Oh yeah, I said I was calling back, but I was like, she said, "I was like, hi, I'm from Canada too." That was the sister I told you about earlier.
Oh yeah.
From Canada, yeah.
What province is she from?
I don't remember. But...
I'm in Ontario. The best province. Actually, no. Yeah. It's like the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I find I just don't like that at all. I just like, I just find that notion to be stupid. It's just like saying, like, now, all those people who do the English dub voices shouldn't be doing them voices anymore because
Well,
they're not like that a certain race or Asian. It's just
I
like
think
I don't know if you
if
follow voice acting like that though,
but like voice actors, actors in general, if you're an actor, shouldn't you be like, I don't know, able to play any part you want? Like, I get, I don't know, dude. I really don't. This comparison I was gonna make is terrible, but like,
yeah,
let's say you could, if someone is gay, they can't play straight roles. You know what I mean? Like, why not? If you're an actor, it doesn't matter if you're straight or gay. Like, you should be able to play a gay role, a straight role, or whatever role. I, the race thing is different.
yeah,
If you want to keep characters true to like their origin or whatever, I don't know. I wouldn't have a problem with like an African American playing in a Caucasian role if they were a good actor and it's still like it was true to the actual story that you're trying to portray here. I don't think
yeah.
it really matters. Like, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, oh yeah. And before we
The
change
voice
subject,
acting thing, it's
yeah,
even on another level because it's
yeah,
like you can't see the person.
yeah. I know. Oh, before we end up changing subject again, before we end up switching subjects about this stuff, and we're still talking about blackface, we gotta make sure too. We gotta make sure whiteface ain't okay too. If that's the case. You know who one guy who did get whiteface and kind of got shit for it?
Who?
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon did whiteface and got shit for it?
Yeah, I think that was one of the reasons he like lost his spot as host on America's Got Talent. But he did do whiteface, from what I remember.
I don't remember that at all. Do we
Yeah.
have a picture of that? I would love to see Nick Cannon in whiteface.
Oh yeah, and then there's the movie White Chicks. Yeah, where two black guys are,
Oh yeah.
basically whiteface.
See, yeah, I have no problem with that. Like, that's why I don't know. Why does it matter if you're an actor and you can play a role well? Isn't that what acting is? You're pretending to be someone you're not. It's not that you're making fun of the person. You're paying tribute to them because you're trying to emulate them in a way
Wait,
that hopefully the audience is going to see as it's a way that they can connect to you. Like, I don't know.
wait, is this him? I think this might be it. Hold up.
I
This
sent a
is
link in the live chat that like shows Jenna Marbles doing something. Doing
uh,
something good, I think.
alright. So this, if y'all can't see, but this is apparently the thing he did for whiteface. Nick Cannon. This is his
Okay.
whiteface thing. Just to let everyone know. This is what Google says anyway, so this is what he did. Just
Are
sharing that info.
clowns racist then?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah. At this point, it could be considered racist. Oh,
yeah.
and you know what's another fucked up scene when I think of whiteface? Okay, so last year I saw the movie Ma, which is about Octavia Spencer, right? So it's basically about this crazy lady who wanted high school kids to party in her basement because why not? So one of the things did that
That's
she
the
had
plot of
some.
the movie.
There's more to it. That's just my basic explanation. She did
Okay.
a lot of, but she did some messed up things though. Towards the end with everything. So when this one group of kids, there was this one black kid, right?
Yeah.
When they were all unconscious, she painted his face white, and I was like, that is fucked. She basically painted him white face, and I was like, that's messed up. I'm surprised like people aren't really outraged about that, but okay.
Well, because the white man deserves it. I don't know. Like
Yeah, I mean, at this point, that's part of one of the whole things about what culture is. White people deserve it, right?
yeah. And like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I
First of
personally,
all,
I
Ma
guess
was a
I'm
horrible
white.
movie. I mean, it was, but I just wanted to point that out because I remember that was a recent thing. I remember Whiteface. So
It's just silly. I don't know. I
Blackface
think
has a racist history. Whiteface doesn't. I mean,
okay. Yeah, no, that's a
yeah,
good point. Yeah.
that is a good point,
So
but
I don't know.
I would
I
say
think
as it
it's
really
just
doesn't
silly.
make him no better than other people doing it. So that's just my opinion. I just feel like if you don't want this, then don't be that. Just be better than the people that do that kind of stuff. Otherwise, it's just like it just paints a whole hypocrisy, in my opinion.
I think like yeah, lead by example. If you don't want this shit, then don't do it. And yeah, you can call people out on their shit,
Yeah.
but to like
Who cares? All clowns belong in the garbage. Ha ha ha! I hate clowns. Yeah, man. Clowns get a lot of stuff.
damn, I don't think anyone really likes clowns. I've never
Yeah,
heard someone be like, "Yo, clowns, I'll support clowns." Remember when
except
like
the guys,
around
who have
like
to deal with being clowns as a living.
right?
Mm-hmm.
The you remember when it was coming out and there was those clowns going around terrorizing
Oh yeah,
people?
the scary clowns. But I think that was a year.
Uh,
That was a year before though.
yeah, well, it was like in anticipation for it though, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Like that was
I'm
why
not
they
sure,
were.
but I remember it came out a year later after that happened. So
Oh, true. Yeah. I don't know. That shit was crazy. I like sad clowns.
yeah,
I don't
like
know.
that clowns.
I
Yeah.
don't like any clowns to be honest. Sorry,
Yeah.
clowns. If there's any clowns in the chat, I don't
Yeah.
know.
But man, that was a lot to think about. Yeah, so there was that, and like we were just talking about the whole voice actor stuff too. And I was wondering if there's anything else I wanted to say about that part because I feel like we changed topics because we were trying to jump back to one, but we basically covered that part for mostly. I was trying to
I
make sure
guess
there's
like
nothing I wanted to leave out for that topic.
I have to be completely transparent because I've been like defending free speech and everything here.
Yeah.
The reason I could go after Reptilian so much, and I don't even think I've really even touched on all the racist crap he's done, other than like in tweets. It's just
Oh
like
boy.
he's still doing this shit, and like he has the videos up still, and he's hypocritical. He'll say in one breath like, "Don't be racist," and then in another breath like the N word 50 times. So I don't know, man. I see. I'm self-aware. I get that like it's fucking hypocritical me doing this shit. Although I
Yeah.
don't lean in on it too much. Like he's done a lot of other questionable legal things and just shitty things in general. So
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know.
crazy. You know. Oh, and I wanted to ask you this too, Steve. Because this is why I think another thing about when I think how cancel culture started. Do you think cancel culture basically started around the time when Me Too basically started?
I think it was happening before me too.
Was it?
But yeah, like I've seen people getting canceled. I'm trying to think of the first. Let's think of the first person to like. I guess you could say Michael Jackson would have been maybe the first person to try. Like people tried to get canceled for all
Even
his
though that's
crap.
a literal, you know, skin disease he has.
Well, not even for that, but all this like pedo stuff. Like
Oh
so,
yeah,
the
yeah,
basically the same thing that's happening to Shane Dawson right now.
yeah.
Like, so I think cancel culture's already been there. I think it's gained a
Yeah.
fuckload more momentum since Twitter was invented. But
I also think it kind of got same was like it's me when Me Too just blew up. I think that's where it really got the momentum going for it. But that's why I think all of that stuff happened: outrage culture, political correctness, and sense of and cancel culture. That's where it all came from. That's where I think it all boosted up for it.
I sent
Interesting.
you a DM. Yeah, this is
Oh shit.
related to our
False
topic, I
acting
think.
is the single only subset of the acting vocation wherein a person's physical appearance and personal identity has no bearing on their ability to perform a role. If you were to make a biopic film about the life of Abraham Lincoln, you wouldn't just be restricted to finding an actor of a certain ethnicity, but also height, build, facial structure, general age, etc., etc. If you made an animated movie about Lincoln, you wouldn't be hampered by any of this. So by allowing people to provide voices for characters that don't coincide with their real-world identity, you create more career opportunities for literally everybody. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that a good thing? After all, I don't recall hearing anybody cry foul when this katana-wielding samurai warrior from
Thank
feudal
you.
Japan was played by a black guy.
Thank you.
Or
That's
when
the
this
point I made
ancient
earlier.
alchemist from 13th century Peru
Thank
was
Olive,
played by
she
a
sent
black
it to
woman.
me.
Or when this boy was played by a girl. Or when these
Yeah.
girls were played by boys. The field of voice acting
Right?
is a wide swath of hundreds of actresses and actors playing countless characters that don't coincide with their ethnicity or gender in real life. Are we seriously tasked with having to recast all of them?
See, someone who's
It
actually
is.
smart proven a point that I can't
I'll
make
retweet it right
because
now. Thanks for
I'm
sharing it
not.
with us, Colin. Thank you very much for sharing it with us.
Yeah,
I
no, that's
totally
good.
agree with this because it's just and it got to some point I went on earlier. So thanks a lot for sharing it with us, Olive. Man, so you all right there, Steve?
Yeah, I'm just doing some nefarious things that I can't show on camera.
Oh, okay. Don't be
Oh.
touchy. Don't be all touchy with yourself.
No. Like milkshake shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, why you really gotta be? I don't want you being all cracked up on my
Have you
live
seen
stream.
you've seen me on Crow streams, right?
I didn't think you were actually stoned.
Yeah, I'm
You don't.
stoned the whole time. I was smoking before I came on stream here. It doesn't really affect me. It's more like if I don't smoke, I'll talk too fast, and then people think I'm on meth.
Well, at least for Crow, it's not. He shows it, but you don't.
Crow gets like super. So he turns into a tortoise on weed.
Yeah. First victim of cancel culture was an emperor of Rome, stabbed several times by his political allies. I mean, yeah. I guess you can make the point of cancel culture's been there since the
Roman Empire.
Yeah. But it's just, become more of a thing, in modern day now since Me Too helped to give a boost with, the culture changing and everything.
Where are the Ides of March? What is
Cracked up
that?
on weed. Do we wear the Ides of March? I don't know. What does that mean? Care to elaborate, Kenny?
Kenny seems pretty well versed in these things.
Yeah, thanks for joining us to view this, to the show today. So, man, it's just like, but that hits the point. I always thought, cancel culture basically kind of started right when Me Too basically gained momentum, and that's where I just think it kind of like just changed culture. I guess it's 50-50. I think it brought more bad than it did good, in my opinion, because literally people are so overly sensitive now to a point where people will consider a touch on their shoulder sexual harassment. So,
well, yeah. So the whole cancel culture, as far as sexual harassment goes, obviously got a big push at the Me Too. But you could even look at like Repsion. He's been making videos on Onision for what 8 years now. So he's been actively trying to get Onision canceled for 8 years. So I think cancel culture is
anti-Onision guy. That's what I like to say he is.
Yeah, and he's not the only one. Like there's been other people who
I
have
agree.
been actively canceled. I'm trying to think of one who didn't deserve it. Because I know a couple people who fucking deserved like what they got, and now they're not really around.
And some people didn't deserve it. Johnny Depp.
What did Johnny Depp got canceled?
Well, it's more like because. Are you aware of the whole thing that happened with him and Amber Heard?
Nope. I have no idea who Amber Heard even is.
That was, if you ever watched Aquaman, that was Mara. That was
I don't know how anyone could have watched Aquaman. I would very rarely watch a superhero movie, so probably only like Spider-Man or Batman because those are the big two dogs. Superman, what the heck, man? Well, yeah, let's make a superhero who's invincible. That's really interesting to watch. Aquaman. I'm like, well, I'll watch Ant-Man before Aquaman. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I watch it because I'm a comic book guy, so I'd still say it's probably like third best DC movie out right now in the DC.
Really? Aquaman?
No, I'm talking about the third best, like in the, the DC.
Yeah.
I'm talking
but like, shouldn't DC have other?
Yeah, there's Wonder Woman. I'd put it below Wonder Woman and Shazam, and then I'd put Aquaman. That's what I mean.
What about Batman? Wasn't Batman?
No, I'm talking about that universe itself. Because how DC's MCU basically.
Okay, I thought Batman was in that. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know much about comics. I just thought like there's DC
you're not
and
that
Marvel.
Kind of nerd.
Yeah,
you're not that kind of nerd. So
I know a bit, just not a lot.
Yeah. So to give you a brief explanation about what happened to Johnny Depp, right? So back a few years back, Amber Heard, when they were married at the time, basically accused him of a sexual assault. And
Oh
so,
damn.
yeah, he lost his position as Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean. He basically lost a lot of. Basically, he got run to the ground. Oh, thanks for putting it. Amber Heard's the situation. His ex-wife said that Johnny was abusive and cued her for lying. Basically, that's what it was boiled down to. Yeah,
I
and
sued
then
her
Johnny
for
sued
that.
her, but Johnny
Oh,
had
okay.
receipts to prove that he's actually the victim, and that Amber Heard's been lying the whole time. She's actually been the abusive one, not Johnny. So
Well, shit. That
yeah,
doesn't look
but
good.
yeah, but he got ruined. She didn't. But now the tables are starting to turn, thankfully.
Yeah.
So that's one person
Well,
I'd say that didn't deserve it at all. Because
all those
I
recorded audios. Yeah, dude, I know nothing about this.
yeah,
There was someone who I was
yeah,
thinking of before who got canceled too. They might have deserved it, but I don't know.
yeah. Of course, Harvey Weinstein deserved it. Totally agree, 100% he deserved it.
Well,
And
yeah. Well, that was the
Onision,
whole
yeah,
Me
I
Too
think
thing.
I think Onision's a scumbag, honestly. But I don't know about him. But I think he's a scumbag. I didn't like him. I didn't like him. I've only known him for a while, like for 4 years or 4 to 5 years. I didn't. I hated him right after he tweeted that mean stuff after Christina Grimmie's death. So that's when I was like, yeah, you're a scumbag. So I didn't know who he was until after that. I was like, oh yeah, he's one of those insane people on YouTube. That's like a Shane Dawson impersonator, but back then, but no.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, they looked the same and shit. Like had similar content, and now Onision just kept leaned into it more, and Shane Dawson went
Yeah,
another direction.
yeah.
At least that's how
She,
I see it.
yeah, I'd say so too.
Yeah.
Oh man, ooh, God, it's crazy how times change, huh, Steve?
Yeah.
Mm.
Because like I'm a '90s kid. There wasn't too much of this shit going on back then. I guess Milli Vanilli got their record taken a record, fucking
She
whatever
even took a
grant.
shit in his
Yeah.
bed. Ew.
That's gross. What?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
Why?
Epstein. I agree, Epstein deserved it too, but I'd say Epstein
Yeah.
took the. Those were disturbing. Yes. I think Epstein took the pussy and cowardly way out of trying to kill himself, so he wouldn't have to see his day in court against all those people. So
I guess kind
for
of like cancel culture has been live on YouTube forever.
yeah, I think Jenna Marbles didn't deserve that at all. Out of
I
like
don't
the
know
three,
anything about Jenna Marbles either. Like I just know that everyone who just like talked about her is like she's a really nice girl. Like
yeah,
she's not fucking racist. I don't know what she did.
yeah.
She's
Oh,
because she was in blackface too.
she's one of the since she's been on YouTube for like more than 10 years. One of her old videos got out of her doing blackface, basically, of an impression of Nicki Minaj, but she did the whole Jimmy Fallon route, and that's what people are
Okay.
giving her shit for. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
happened. And then there was Angry Joe too. I hate what happened to him. At least he handled it. Was an A+, so I'll give him that. I just really hate that. I think that's another thing that Me Too basically did. Basically guilty until proven innocent, which is don't like that year. You remember about Angry Joe, right? We talked about it on Crow Stream.
About who?
Angry Joe.
Angry Joe. I don't think I know who Angry Joe is.
He's one of those
But
angry video game YouTubers that does reviews and rants. So
okay, yeah, I got another. I'll send you another link about Jenna Marbles. Oh my gosh, my eyeball.
yeah,
I got eyelashes that poke me in the eye sometimes. I'm sorry. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so I don't know much about Jenna Marbles, but apparently she's done some good.
yeah. I mean, she's one. That's the thing that I like. I feel like some of the older YouTubers, not like Onision or anything, like you say Jenna, uh, I don't know, Philip DeFranco, a few others to put on my head, like Smosh or Nine. I think there's still like they're the old YouTubers that are still very genuine.
Yeah,
Like
you've
they're very
never done
genuine.
anything like this, trying to be controversial or edgy or
Yeah,
anything, so they don't really have
yeah. I mean,
anything.
they're the more genuine ones, but I hate how much shit they get. Like what happened with Philip was like when the whole Better Help controversy happened to him, and like people gave him shit for that. I was like, yeah, it's just like that's unfortunate. And people think he's a sellout from that one YouTuber living in his van doing an interview with I forgot her name, but she basically became grew in subscribers out of nowhere, and people were thinking of these series and how this happened. And it's just like I don't.
You're talking about Creep Show?
No, it's not a creep show. It's literally a female YouTuber that lives in her van. But she came on a podcast with Philip DeFranco, and people were calling him a sellout, saying basically because he was promoting her, and that's where you got that. But I don't think
she lives in
it.
a van. How is like he's selling out? What?
No, because
like,
basically growing, helping YouTube grow the people that you want to help grow instead of the actual anybody else, like any genuine YouTuber. But that's the thing I don't like. Because especially
that's his decision who he wants to shout out or not, right? Like,
and not to mention he's always shown and proof in the past that his content gets demonetized anyway by YouTube. So why would he be sellout? So that's the things I don't like. Agree with some people on like the quartering. I don't agree with how he likes to bash Philip that way, but hey, that's just me.
He has a whole news team or whatever who did he shows the behind the scenes shit. Like he has a lot of employees he needs to pay for, right? So if you need sponsors to help pay for them,
not to mention he does make mistakes too, but at least he does own up to his mistakes and corrects them too. So
most of the time,
yeah.
I can't pull any examples. I know that there's a few, but like. For the most part, he's pretty objective, I'd say.
I mean, but at least he's not like mainstream media, though. You can't trust him for shit over
he's
here.
Leaning more that way, though. Like, because a lot of people forget that, like, he gets all his news sources from mainstream media.
Yeah.
So, and then he's relying on his team to do the fact checking for him. Like, I'm just saying, if I were,
that's the one
I would want to do that shit myself. But then I can also see why he would want to remove himself to be unbiased, right? So.
Yeah.
But the more he does that, the bigger the news team grows, the less connected he gets from them, the more it turns into like a mainstream news place where like you're just reading off a script, you don't know what the fuck's going on, which is like how these late night talk shows people get into positions where they're either giving out false information or putting on blackface and thinking it's all good. I don't know.
Yeah. That's the one. Oh yeah, Jenna was accused of being a racist. Yeah, I didn't like that either. Yeah. Once you do something like that, you're automatically considered racist for some things, but it's just like, you're not. Like, you can say something, but it's just like, I'd say, like, there's all those stereotypes that can be true, but we joke around about them, but people accuse you for being racist. Yeah, that's sort of stuff. I remember, like, imagine Equals 3, if it was still going on today and William Johnson was the host, like, back then, a lot of people would give him shit and try to cancel him for that, not today. It's just sad.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really watch too much of like Ray William Johnson, but
I loved him. He was funny. It was like
did he do like edgy jokes?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I heard he's a dick in real life. I heard he's like I'm not a YouTuber, and it's like, well, yeah, kinda. Like
I don't know. I don't know those stories. So I don't know those stories. I need to look into that when I get the time, but. Anyways, Crow's stream is about to start up soon, actually.
You want to go crash it?
Sure. Is he going to send you a link?
Yeah, he'll send me a link. I'll send you the link, and then we'll
this is like, let's do the thing and say, and I'm here too! Boom!
Yeah. Okay, let me see here.
But before we do that, let's just go ahead and end the stream. Then I grew up, yeah. We all grew up Olive Warrior. I know how you feel. Yeah. Yeah, so anyways, I'm thinking I'm going to end it here then. Since we basically covered a majority of it of what I wanted to cover, but maybe if I think about it, if there's more stuff to cover, we'll do a part 2, or if not, you can join us for when I do part 4 was the Crow and Oro on Sunday if you want to join if you're up during that time.
Me?
But
I'm
yeah.
I'm always up.
Yeah, I mean, but I'll see though. But I'll see how that goes. But anyways, go check out Steve's channel. I left it in the description down in this link for the stream. You can check out him. He's covering Repsion stuff and whatever else he likes to do. So
it's pretty much Repsion stuff, right?
Yeah. But anyways, for those who are watching, thanks for tuning in. For my next streams, of course, Sunday I'll be having the Crows back on for part 4 with them, and one of the next streams I'm trying to do a Last of Us 2 panel. I'm trying to get some people together and do that. see how that goes. So we could all talk about The Last of Us 2 and just give our overall thoughts and debate about it. But I'm trying to get some people together for that. I'll see how that goes. But I'll have to see. I'll keep people updated on Twitter if you follow me there. If I decide to use Twitter, not very active on there. So, anyways, thank you for joining me, Steve. It was a pleasure for having you on my podcast / show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, talking everything. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, like I said, go check him out and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll be doing more of this in the future and other stuff. I got a few things planned up that I'm just gonna release soon. Go check out my Let's Play channel, Vic Plays. I'm doing Persona 5 Royal Day on right now, so go check that out. Any case, like I said, that's all I have to say. So until next time, I'm out, Steve's out, all that jazz. Bye-bye. I pulled a crow. I hate it when that happens. See y'all. I need to stop doing this.